And here is the finished product. There you have it, the perfect thick and juicy burger patties from scratch. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of Carnivore Kitchen. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make thick and juicy burger patties. But before I start, you guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, ding ding ding. And if you don't want to watch the entire video, I will be including timestamps in the description so you can skip ahead to the step that you need. Now onto the actual recipe. Before I show you guys how exactly to make this, what exactly are we going to need? Well, first we are going to need some ground beef. You can use whatever type you like. I'm going to be using extra lean ground beef for this. We will also need some Pecorino Romano cheese and 1 egg. We're also going to need a bowl to mix everything in, a scale to weigh out the cheese, and because we are using an air fryer for this recipe, obviously we are going to need an air fryer. And one thing with regard to the air fryer is you can use the base that it came with. However, I like to get this grill base right over here. I just find that for this particular recipe it comes out really good that way, but that is optional. If you don't have that available, you can use whatever base your air fryer came with. And now that we know what exactly we need, what exactly are the steps? Well, the first step is going to be to preheat the air fryer. We're going to go ahead and preheat it for about 5 minutes at 390 degrees. The reason I do 390 because that's the highest this one goes. If yours goes higher, you can try experimenting with higher temperatures or lower if it does not go quite that high, but I found that when I made it this morning, it came out perfect. Now that the air fryer is starting to heat up, the next step is going to be to put the ground beef into the bowl. One of the reasons why I am making it with extra lean ground beef, personally, I'm not a huge fan of extra lean ground beef. I find that whenever I use it, it's a little bit more tough and also it comes out very, very dry. I'd much rather use medium ground beef. I just find that it's much more juicy. So I had a few of these extra lean ground beef 1 pound packages left, and I wanted to try and come up with something to make it a little bit more thick and juicy, and I just randomly came up with this morning. It came out absolutely delicious, so I thought, why not make a video? When it comes to the extra lean ground beef, by adding in the cheese and the egg, that is going to be what gives it that nice juicy flavor. And for this one, we're going to be using 1 pound of lean ground beef, 1 egg, and 50 grams of Pecorino Romano cheese. So now that we have the extra lean ground beef in there, the next step is going to be to go ahead and crack that egg and put it in the bowl. And now that the egg is in the bowl, let's go ahead and turn on the scale. We're going to let it zero out. And the next step, we are going to put exactly 50 grams of the Pecorino Romano cheese. And then lastly, we are going to salt it. When I made it this morning, I ended up doing 12 turns of the Himalayan sea salt shaker. So I'm going to do the same thing today because it came out really good this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Now the next step is going to be to mix everything together. So let's just go ahead, take a fork. You don't need to do anything fancy, just use a fork, go ahead and mix it up until it's well combined, and once we do that, then the air fryer should be nice and preheated. And now that everything is mixed, the next step is going to be to separate this into however many burger patties you plan on making. This morning when I made it, I ended up making 3, and they were roughly around 180 grams each, so I'm going to do the same thing today. If you want to skip the process of weighing it, you can eyeball it. However, I'm going to weigh it because I want to try to make it a little bit more precise, and I'm going to do about 175 to 180 grams of each of the patties. And we have 185 grams, we have 3 different burger patties, so now we're going to go ahead and shape them into a ball, put them in this plate, and we're just going to flatten them out until they are in the shape of a burger. I'm going to be making these ones nice and thick. You can make them however thick you like. I'm just going to make them as thick as possible so that I can fit all 3 up. Perfect. It's all preheated inside of the air fryer. We've got our first one done, and now that we have our burger patties shaped, the next step is to go ahead and put them in. I'm going to do an optional step. You don't have to do this, but it's going to make cleanup a lot easier, and that is to spray your air fryer with some MCT oil. This is just going to be really good so that your burger patties don't stick to the grate. Now we're going to go ahead and let's just get the grate a little bit centered and put all 3 inside. When I cooked it this morning, I originally did it for 12 minutes and it was very, very rare, and then I put it in for 15 and it seemed like it was a little bit, just slightly more on the medium well side. I'm going to try doing 14 minutes right now, 7 minutes each side, and in about 7 minutes what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and flip these over. Alright, it's been 7 minutes, so let's go ahead and flip these burgers over. And before I flip them, just give you a little idea of what they look like right now. Now let's just put them back in, and in 7 minutes these bad boys are going to be ready to eat. Oh, perfect. The burgers are ready, so let's go ahead and take them out. And here is the finished product. There you have it, the perfect thick and juicy burger patties from scratch. I'm going to leave you guys now so I can go ahead and eat these because these look absolutely delicious, but that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, be sure to smash that like button so I know to make more recipe videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as I will be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.